Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free, doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. We start with a Two of Pentacles. This is change. It's usually harmonious change. It's usually a card that says things are in motion now that are really going to improve your circumstances. Okay? I think it means that we have to be proactive, right? We can't just sit back and say, okay, well, they said it was coming. We've got to participate in it. We have to be actively engaged in furthering our purpose, right? Furthering our work and getting to our goals, improving our lives, that sort of thing. Let's put this into some context. Let's see what is changing. Let's see how we might be able to facilitate that. We've got a Queen of Pentacles. Good earth energy today. Five of Pentacles. Ooh, a Six of Pentacles. Yes, yes. So, learning from the past. What worked before will work again. Right? And we've got the Five of Pentacles underneath everything. There is, I think, really a financial situation, a kind of a material world, earth realm situation that you need to deal with. Oh, we've got more earth energy, a lot of earth, right? This might be Three of Pentacles. Yeah, look at that. My gosh. We have a 2 and a 3. We have a 5 and a 6, right? All under the umbrella of the 8 of Pentacles. The idea of careful, calm, diligent, hard work. Big things happening, though. Let's see what we've got over here. Oh, look at that. 9 of Cups. The Star. Beautiful. 7 of Cups in the position of what we don't want. And that's perfect. That's right where this card should be, right? Avoiding what is not good for us. And finally, a little bit anticlimactic. A Queen of Cups, though. That really is the depth of emotion. We've got a Queen of Pentacles and a Queen of Cups here. So I feel like this is really a situation that I feel like this is going to make you very happy. I feel like there is a lot that had happened in the past. I almost feel like you planted a lot of seeds back in the day, and they're starting to come to fruition now. It's almost like a karma thing. It's almost like a lot of what you've done in the past is starting to kind of come home to roost right now in a very good way. I think it's bringing in a lot of abundance. I think what we're doing is we're correcting whatever this imbalance is with the 5 of Pentacles. And we're understanding how we're going to get the 6 back, how we're going to reharmonize our physical, financial situation to bring about this real happiness, fulfillment, sense of purpose, the real depth. See, there's a connection with water here with the Queen, right? The Queens are the water aspect of the suit out there. And we have water of earth, we've got water of water. So there's not without depth, there's not without meaning and purpose. And really, there's not a lack of understanding here. We've got understanding in the Queen, and even in the 3 of Pentacles, we understand the process of change on the physical plane. It's kind of like you remember a time of this tremendous harmony, and then things, of course, got out of phase, as happens. As soon as we experience harmony, then it kind of ruins it. As soon as we're aware of what we're doing, we kind of fall from that grace a little bit. The harmony doesn't last forever. It's going to need to be adjusted, calibrated, recentered, reharmonized, And the 3 of Pentacles is saying you understand that now. And you understand how to reharmonize, how to take that 5 and bring that 6 back into it. how to make those little adjustments to get that harmony back. So this is really big. It feels like a karma thing. It feels that you've put in a lot of work. I think that you have suffered a lot. I think you've been through a lot in your life. The Seven of Cups over here too is saying that you know what you don't want now. This is the card in the position of what we don't want, and this is the stagnation, this is the quicksand, this is the depression, this is all the toxic stuff, the toxic feelings, toxic relationships. No, you want pure, clean, clear, potable water. And that's what we get. We don't want the seven. Like, that's nasty. We don't drink that. This is all the stuff we're washing off, right? And we don't want that bath water, right? We want clean, clear, crystal clear water. And that to me is a clear conscience, a clear heart, a pure heart. Yeah. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we got a volunteer. This card here will confirm everything at the end. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right there on top. Happy little Bob. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. We did get that Four of Cups. But the mystery card will tie everything together, right? It's going to give us the confirmation we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction, put it down in the comments. Yeah. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise in intuition. Okay. Let's look around the room one more time. We've got Major Arcana, the Star, yeah, Destiny. This is big. Something really big is happening in your life. And I think it is because you are harmonizing with your destiny. You're getting a crystal clear feeling, tone, perception, intuition about what your destiny, what your fate is. And a big part of what your fate is really the understanding that it's never fixed. Right? We think of the stars, like we think of astrology, we think of the stars as being fixed stars. They're not. They're barreling through, they're hurtling through space and time, right? Faster than we can imagine. But they're so big and they're so far away, they seem fixed, right? But they are moving. And so that really is meant to reinforce the idea that our fate, our destiny is not set in stone. And sometimes it may feel that way, especially when we were back here with that Six of Pentacles. It felt like that was the best time ever, and nothing could ever change that. Nothing could bring me down, right, from this kind of height, this grace, this harmony and beauty. But what we know through life itself is that things do change. And the Five of Pentacles really is the card about change in your physical circumstances, right? And it could be health, fitness, finances, your wealth management, whatever it is. Your living situation, it could be just something with real estate or with your possessions, belongings, with goods. Anything in the material, mechanical realm, right? It doesn't have to be anything specific either. It's just kind of a card that says, yeah, things change. Life continues moving on, and that harmony, that grace, that beautiful day of the Six of Pentacles, it's not permanent, right? And so there is this idea that we have to continually adjust and adapt and reharmonize with those stars. It's kind of like, as time goes on, we have the precession of equinoxes. The position of the sun on the, let's say, the spring equinox is never the same year after year. It changes slightly, right? And we have to continually adjust. Now, really, we could be adjusting our, our astrology software or whatever, like literally every day. It would be just a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a degree different. Or you could wait 1,000 years and then just make a big change, wait another 1,000 years, and then change it again, so you don't have to do it every day, right? It's a little bit too tedious. And I think you're understanding that. You're understanding that every so often you kind of have to shift things around. You've got to rebalance your spiritual portfolio. You know what I mean? You have to figure out where you're putting your efforts, what might need more effort. How do I reharmonize with my destiny, with my path? Because your destiny and your fate is not what you're doing. It's not set in stone. I'm meant to be a painter. But it's how you do it and why you're doing it. Right? So I feel like sometimes we have to reevaluate, okay, what am I doing? Is this where I need to be? Do I need to make some changes? And it doesn't mean that we're not following our path, that we're not living our destiny, that we're not following our star. But we understand that our star is, again, hurtling through space and time. And we've got to always do what we can to to realign with it, to harmonize with it, to kind of catch up to it as much as we can, Who has the chickens? Do you have chickens? Did you used to have chickens? I'm seeing a bunch of different colored chickens just like pecking at the ground, like eating. I don't know if you live, if you have some land, if you have chickens or something, but I grew up in the suburbs in California, and we had chickens in the backyard. It was fun. I was real little. I don't know if you can do that anymore. I imagine you can, but anyway. Let's talk about the Queen of Pentacles here. This is, for one thing, this is you looking at the past. This is you looking at what worked before. And in some ways, let's just say we don't have any swords cards here. So it's not like we're really scratching our head thinking, God, why did that work so well before, but it doesn't work now? It's not so much that, but it's trying to distill that past, the harmony, the success that you may have experienced in the past, trying to find what was it about that success that worked. It's not, nothing's set in stone. It's not like, well, I did things exactly the same way, didn't have the same result. No, you have to understand the theory behind it, the details of it. You have to distill the past into these little kernels of wisdom. Then you take that to the future, and that's going to work again. The details are going to be different. The earth is always changing. The material realm is never the same moment to moment to moment. Neither are we, our cells, our body, our blood, nothing. Right? And I think that you understand that. And I think that's kind of the moment that you're in right now, is you're looking at your past behavior, actions, wins, losses, all of your experiences, and trying to figure out what was it about those successes that you can take to heart and apply to the current situation to make the future successful too. Seems rather simple, right? It's not. It's not. But the Two of Pentacles is saying that you are taking some practical steps now. It's not, again, it's not exactly what we did before. Should work again. No. There are many different variables. When this happened back in the day or last week or whatever it was, the world was different. You were different. The molecules in the universe were different. The energy was different. It may seem like, well, I followed the procedure, but it didn't come out the same. I followed the recipe, but my cake does not taste like cake, right? There are a lot of different variables. The first one that comes to mind is the elevation, right? The higher you get, you're going to have to kind of adjust your ingredients and temperatures and stuff if you're trying to bake a cake or whatever. And so it's the same way with our spiritual elevation. The more we ascend and grow spiritually, the more it seems like what used to work for me in the past now doesn't do anything. Why? Right? It doesn't make sense. It's just because we get more refined in our spirit, and we have to refine the way we're manifesting our impulses too. Yeah. And so I think the Two of Pentacles is you trying different things, making certain changes, little by little adjustments in what you're doing in your life, in your career, in your finances, in your physical health, whatever it is. Now, I'm not a doctor. This isn't a medical reading. If you're going to change your fitness or your diet or whatever, consult a physician, all right? Not a tarot reader. But it's things like that, and it's small. It's like one thing. Let's just adjust. Let's make one adjustment. See how it works. Yeah. It's through this kind of trial and error that I think you're really coming to a deeper understanding of the way the universe works. Yeah. The Eight of Pentacles is very important because that is not too much all at once. Don't go changing the whole recipe, and then if it does work, then how are you going to know which action, which change actually made the difference? Right? So it's kind of like you do one thing at a time, troubleshoot it, you know. One thing at a time, see what happens. Well, that didn't do anything, so okay, next one. And that's the idea with the Eight of Pentacles. It's slow, it's cautious, it's kind of this one thing at a time, making these changes. Now, did you recently throw something away that belonged to like a loved one that had passed? I'm getting this older female energy that's coming through, and I think it's a relative, mom, grandma, older sister, something, maybe an aunt. But I'm getting this feeling that like it's been a while and you just recently got rid of something that belonged to them. I don't know if it was like donated or sold or whatever, but it was like it was moved out of where you live. Yeah. Getting an H name attached to that person. I don't know if maybe that's where they lived or if that's a first name or something like that. But I think that person's still with you. I'm getting this feeling like they really, I feel like there are a lot of spiritual energies around you. Yeah. Have you been noticing more things kind of happening? Have you been getting kind of like more whispers in the wind, more just kind of things fluttering by your peripheral vision, more vivid dreams, I feel like, too. Pay attention to those dreams. Pay attention to those whispers, because I almost feel like there's some sort of communication going on that you're not really hearing. Maybe that's why there's no swords here, because there's something we need to kind of listen to. There's a conversation we need to have. And maybe it is spirit really trying to communicate, or it's an ancestor or a loved one that's trying to kind of give you a clue of what's going on here with this earth. And I still can't believe we have all earth energy here. So in some ways, this is saying we're too focused on those practical little details that we need to focus more on the spirit of the thing. And then just let that flow through you. And the earth stuff will take care of itself. You'll know what to do. You'll be guided by that spiritual energy, by that emotional energy, and this will come together. You know, again, it's not that we're just sitting back and waiting for something good to happen, but we're also not getting so caught up in the details that we're losing sight of the bigger picture, the more holistic picture, which I think is going to bring us to the path of the serpent now. And as we go over here, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And it really helps out the channel, and I appreciate that. I can't believe we're almost at 200K. I never thought we would get this many subscribers. It is because of you. And I mean that. There's a reason why I say it every day. You're the most important part of this channel, and I love you and I thank you very much. The bigger picture is this Nine of Cups. This is the pursuit of happiness. This is you following your bliss. Okay? And I feel like this card is the reason, it's the bigger picture, right? It's the reason why you're doing all of this. It's the why and the how, right? So I said like your destiny is not exactly what you're doing, but how you're doing it and why. And that's is this your bliss? Is this your passion? Is this the meaning of your life? Are you finding value and enrichment in what you're doing, why you're doing it, how you're doing? Or are we getting too caught up in the details of things? Do you press flowers in a book? I'm getting a feeling or an impression that you're putting a flower between pages and you're closing it. We're trying to preserve that beauty. We're trying to preserve that meaning. But we're getting lost. We think that pressed flower is the flower, is the life, is the beauty. It's not, right? It's just a memory of it. It's just a symbol. It's a representation of a flower, that pressed flower, right? So I wonder if we're getting too caught up in these physical details that we need to get more in touch with the why, with the how. Yeah. The Nine of Cups is the pursuit of happiness. It is physical fulfillment, satisfaction, and enrichment, mental, emotional, and spiritual creative. It's the bigger picture. It's your whole life kind of benefiting from what you're doing. Okay? So let's continue troubleshooting and working and making these little incremental changes. Let's reconnect with the why and the how. And I really do think big things are happening. Right? We've got the star card next, and the star card in the environment is saying you're going to find that starlight shining on all of this. Because this is basically your environment, right? This is the physical world. And that starlight is going to shine down, and it's going to show you those things that you need to focus on to make this the best. Right? And with the Four of Cups here, this was the volunteer card. And I kind of feel like this is a gift from Spirit that's just kind of falling in our laps. It's almost as if, I kind of feel like, does your cat ever do this? Like you're working on something and your cat comes and is like trying to get your attention. Has that been happening lately? The cat comes in and like meows, makes weird sounds, nudges you, kind of paws at you. And you're just like, not now, I'm busy, I'm working on something, I'm trying to figure this out. The cat's trying to tell you where it is or what it is, right? The cat is the messenger. The cat is trying to show you like, no, hey, look, what you're looking for is right over here. But we're just, no, I'm too busy. And to me, that's kind of a four. I'm getting that feeling for the Four of Cups here, this volunteer card, something that fell into our lap. It's what we need. But we're just like, oh, I don't have time for that. It's a distraction. No, pay attention to the distractions right now. Okay? Pay attention to the distractions. Because I feel like it's giving you this kind of, the water kind of vibe, the sense of intuition. It's that perception that comes through, not through our senses and not through our thinking, but through this kind of more subtle water feeling, intuition kind of energy. Yeah, it's coming through the cat, right? And it is really that starlight. I feel like the universe is kind of like they're shining a flashlight down on what you need to see, but you're just like, get that light out of my face, And it's like, no, Spirit's got the spotlight, and it's Spirit's showing you. It may be through the cat, maybe through other kind of distractions or anomalies or synchronicities. But if we're so wrapped up in the physical realm, we may not understand what that is. It may just be someone shining a light in our eyes. It may just be the cat kind of, wanting some attention right now, but we're busy. Pay attention to those things. Yeah. It's Spirit trying to show you what you need in order to make this thing harmonious again and make it really take off and be really, really successful. I don't know if it's a business, if it's your finances or whatever it might be. Yeah. What we don't want, of course, is the Seven of Cups. That's the quicksand. That is everything that's toxic to us, right? This is everything that we've kind of gotten rid of. This is why we do our cleansing kind of rituals. And I feel like you're somebody that does like cleansing rituals, like either ritual baths or smudging, a lot of incense, things like that to kind of cleanse and purify your environment. Yeah, I feel like you do those things probably daily. And I think it's really important, and I think this card is right where it needs to be. Because we let this residue accumulate on us, and we lose all sense of our destiny and purpose and meaning, and all this kind of stuff just gets caked with all this gunk and grime. And because what we really want is this pure water energy, this pure love energy, pure compassion, a pure heart, right? And this, I think, is really the depth to which you experience the Nine of Cups. See, a lot of people will just be kind of surface level. They think Nine of Cups, happiness. Oh yeah, I had a good time. I satisfied my desires at the time, and it was good. It felt good. But I think your experience of life goes a lot deeper. It's almost like you're not satisfied with just the kind of surface level things that a lot of people are. You want that deep, spiritual, kind of cosmic satisfaction in your life, And so in that way, sometimes maybe you sometimes maybe you're digging so deep that you forget to kind of come up for air, or like come up for a little sunshine as you're digging, And so I think this card really is a reminder for you to enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. You're digging really deep for this success, for this happiness, for this manifestation. Enjoy the process, enjoy what you are achieving as you continue to dig, and work and grind and build. Enjoy what you're achieving along the way. Okay? I think this is going to be big. It is going to be big. Make sure you take care of yourself along the way, right? Bring a sandwich, that sort of thing. Let's look at the mystery card. Let's see what is going on with little Bob Ross. Thank you, Bob. Happy little Bob. Maybe we need some fire. Maybe we need an ace of wands, right? Just that kind of torch to bring down in the earth with us as we're digging for our treasure here, as we're trying to find the, whatever the kind of buried treasure or the hidden city is here. Maybe we need a torch. And we need some fire energy. Yeah, some light. Maybe we need the sun. I would take the sun or an ace of wands right now. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. We're just going to take a look. 5 of Cups. So we got a 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups. We're still, I think the 5 of Cups really, if you look at it, there's 3 cups that are spilled right there. And this is kind of like, I didn't find the buried treasure yet. No, but look behind you. There's so much to enjoy. There's so much there that you did find. It may not be that jackpot yet. I think that's kind of what we're digging for, and that's what we will find. But let's make sure we don't get discouraged and miss out on all of these other great things that are in our lives. Yeah, we're kind of looking to reharmonize the earth energy here, and I think we're going to. I think that you are really going to experience this very, very significant discovery, very significant change, digging in this mine, right? In this, it's kind of a gold mine situation here. I think you are going to discover the gold, but don't forget about all these other precious metals that are like in the earth around you right now. There's something to look at too. Yeah. Very interesting. We are going to do an extended reading. Libra, if you want to stick around, click on the link up here in the corner. There's one down in the video description. New readings for Libra every Wednesday and Saturday, but I'm here every day. Come on back, see me tomorrow. Okay? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free, doesn't cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.